My name is Rajesh Minocha and I'm the founder of Financial Radiance. Welcome to my YouTube channel wherein I speak about one topic at a time. The discussion I'm going to do today is going to be related to home loans. I'm sure most of us have gone through this exciting activity of purchasing a house, and for that most of us do need to take a home loan. It's very important for us to follow a few steps which can help us in getting the best deal for a home loan. So what are these steps? That's something I'm going to speak about. First of all, we should know how much is the cost of the property which we have finalized. We should remember to add all the other aspects related to the registration, the stamp duty, then the furnishing, what we are going to do in the house, and related to all the other expenses. Once we have arrived at that, then we need to figure out the source of funding. The funding can be either from your own internal accruals, which by the way you do need it because there is a margin money which all of us are expected to pay, and the balance then we can fund it from the home loans. So when taking the home loans, it's very important to look at the various aspects related to it, like the interest rate, and as you would know, the home loan has a component of the interest and the principal in the EMI, and the interest is very high in the initial years and the principal is low, and gradually the interest keeps coming down and the principal keeps going up. So it's important for us to be able to minimize the expenses related to the interest. So for that we really need to figure out how much of money can we really put in from our own pocket, and the balance of course then has to be funded. One good news for you is that I've already developed a toolkit which is available for free, and you can find all the information below in the link. So utilize that, and wherein then you will be able to calculate how much are your assets, what are your liabilities, your expenses, etc., and that would really determine your existing cash flows, how much of EMI you can afford. So it will be a very useful exercise to do, and that way you would exactly know how much of loan you need to take. Once you have determined this, it's important to also know that we should increase our loan eligibility. Now, how do we do that? One, of course, we have to look at our credit card outstanding. Any outstanding on credit cards can impact our credit score negatively, which may mean that we may not get the home loan, or we may get it at a very expensive rate. So it's very important to ensuring that we clear our credit card dues. Next, we should try to consolidate all the payments, and if there are any small payments, we can basically make those payments first, so that there are fewer number of loans which are accessible and which can be seen by the bankers. We can also look at enhancing our loan eligibility by way of having a co-borrower along with us, which can be our parents, or it could be our children, or it could be a spouse. So if they're earning, that will increase our loan eligibility. It's a very good practice to check our CIBIL score well in advance. CIBIL score is one of the very important parameters which the banks will check, and if your CIBIL score is good, you are actually eligible for a very good interest rate. So if we know our CIBIL score well in advance, and if it's a good score, say if it's above 750 or so, then we can actually negotiate and we can get a good interest rate from the banks. So that being a very important process, the other aspect to look at it is having our own term insurance. Now typically when the banks give us the loan, they are looking to keep their own interest in mind, which may mean that they want us to have insurance, and if we don't have any insurance that time, we can get forced in terms of buying an insurance which may not be good for us in the long term. So if we have our own term insurance, then we are able to avoid this, and then we can get the loan at a much better price and the terms at which we want it to be taken for. So I think having an adequate term insurance becomes a very important aspect as well. Like how the banks do a due diligence when they are giving loans to their borrowers, similarly we should also do the due diligence at our own end. The banker whom we know, the relationship manager, and the banks with whom we have always interacted may not really be the best banks, and there could be better banks available at a much better terms and conditions. So it's a good idea to actually hunt for that information and basically do our own research, and once we are satisfied with a bank, we actually then go ahead and apply for the loan there. We should also initiate the documentation process in terms of collecting all the documents well in advance, so that once we are discussing with the banks, then we can focus our energies in terms of negotiating the best terms and conditions for us. So that's it about the home loan part. So if you are looking at taking a loan in future, you may want to look at these aspects which I have told, and I hope they were useful to you. So until next time, it's thank you very much, and do subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get to know when I launch the next video. You'll be the first one then to get to know about it. This is a channel which I have floated to basically simplify the personal finance jargons, one jargon at a time every time. So thank you very much for your time. Until next time, goodbye.